The moment you lay eyes on the 2026 Sick Fish Cuda, you instantly realize this isn't just another classic muscle car revival. It's a full-blown street weapon built with modern engineering wrapped in vintage attitude. And today on Life on Wheel we're diving deep into every loud, aggressive, tire-shredding detail of this insane machine. Based on the legendary Plymouth Barracuda silhouette but reimagined by the performance masterminds at Sick Fish, this car blends raw 1970s muscle DNA with 2026 level technology, creating a Restomod that looks like it time-traveled straight from a golden-era drag strip into the future. The body keeps the iconic long hood, short deck proportions, and that unmistakable Cuda stance, but everything is sharper, wider, and meaner, with flared carbon fiber fenders, a deep front splitter, functional hood vents, and a sculpted rear diffuser that makes it clear this car isn't just for show. The paint options are wild, but the signature Sick Fish finish is a deep metallic venom green with black ghost stripes that only reveal themselves under direct light, giving the car a sinister personality even when standing still. Under the hood is where things get absolutely crazy, because instead of a restored vintage V8, Sick Fish drops in a fully built modern HEMI-based power plant, often a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 pushing well beyond 800 horsepower depending on spec, and when that engine fires up, the sound is pure mechanical violence mixed with modern precision, thanks to a custom titanium exhaust system that cracks, pops, and roars like a caged beast. Power is sent through a heavy-duty 6-speed manual or an advanced performance automatic with paddle shifters, giving drivers the choice between old-school engagement or lightning-fast modern shifts, and either way, all that power gets delivered to the rear wheels through a fortified drivetrain and limited-slip differential built to handle serious abuse. The chassis underneath the classic shell is completely re-engineered, featuring a custom tubular frame, modern independent suspension, adjustable COI levers, and massive sway bars that transform the Cuda from a straight-line bruiser into a corner-carving monster, and that's something classic muscle cars could only dream of back in the day. Braking is handled by enormous multi-piston calipers clamping down on drilled and slotted rotors, hiding behind lightweight forged wheels wrapped in ultra-sticky performance tires, giving this car stopping power that matches its brutal acceleration. Step inside and the cabin perfectly balances heritage and high-tech, with classic-inspired gauges recreated using digital displays that mimic vintage dials but offer modern data like boost pressure, lap times, and performance telemetry, while the seats are wrapped in premium leather and Alcantara with aggressive bolstering to hold you in place when the G-forces kick in. There's a modern infotainment system subtly integrated into the dash with navigation, smartphone connectivity, and a premium audio setup, but let's be honest, the real soundtrack here is the supercharged V8 screaming toward redline. Attention to detail is everywhere, from the machined metal switchgear to the custom steering wheel with a flat bottom and retro horn button, making the interior feel like a luxury fighter jet inspired by 1970s street racing culture. Driving the 2026 Sick Fish Cuda is an experience that assaults all your senses in the best possible way, because the throttle response is instant, the supercharger whine builds like a rising storm, and the rear tires constantly remind you that 800+ horsepower demands respect. Yet thanks to modern traction control and suspension tuning, it's a car you can actually drive hard without feeling like it's trying to kill you every second. On the highway it settles into a surprisingly composed cruiser, with gearing that keeps revs reasonable and a ride firm but not punishing, proving this isn't just a trailer queen but a machine built to be driven, shown, and unleashed. Visually, the Sick Fish Cuda turns heads everywhere, not just from muscle car fans but from people who may not even know what it is, because it has that rare presence where aggression meets beauty, nostalgia meets futurism, and craftsmanship meets chaos. Every panel gap, every stitch, every weld shows the level of detail that goes into these builds, and that exclusivity is part of the appeal, since each Sick Fish Cuda is built in limited numbers with customization options that let owners choose power levels, colors, interior themes, and performance setups, making every car feel like a personal statement. This is not a mass-produced vehicle, it's a hand-built modern muscle icon, and that means the price sits deep into six-figure territory, but for buyers who want the soul of a classic Barracuda with the performance of a modern supercar, there's really nothing else like it. What makes the 2026 Sick Fish Cuda so special is how it captures the rebellious spirit of old-school American muscle while fixing all the flaws that cars from that era had, giving you world-class handling, real braking confidence, and reliability that lets you enjoy the power instead of constantly wrenching in a garage. It's loud, it's unapologetic, it smells like fuel and hot rubber when pushed hard, and yet it has the polish and technology expected from a modern high-end performance machine. This car isn't about subtlety, it's about emotion, drama, and that addictive feeling when you press the throttle and the world starts coming at you a whole lot faster, and that's exactly why builds like the Sick Fish Cuda exist, to remind us that driving should be exciting, a little scary, and completely unforgettable. Here on Life on Wheel, we love cars that tell a story, and this one screams its story at full volume, a story of heritage reborn with more power, more grip, and more attitude than ever before. And if this is the future of classic muscle, honestly, we are absolutely here for it.